John, thanks for having us
It's
here at
okay.
Arden. It's been a pleasure to catch up with you. Whilst I've got you, I just wanted to just pick your brains a little bit and find out why this was such an important aspect for you to tackle, and what were your main reasons for starting this journey to net zero, and um, and and how you found the process by going through that
Yeah,
process.
yeah, sure, yeah. Well, two main reasons were one, we felt like as a business that we wanted to do our bit. We wanted to try and contribute towards reducing our carbon footprint to help with the global warming issue. Um, and then secondly, from I suppose a monetary point of view, we wanted to try and reduce our outgoings by first of all finding out the size of our carbon footprint, where we could maybe be better, and sort of in terms of energy. Um, and those were really the two main reasons. And then whilst we went through the journey, many other benefits came to light, which were kind of nice surprises and quite unexpected, really.
I was going to say because it's quite interesting to hear people talk about how they didn't really realize the
Mm.
benefits of tracking your carbon footprint, and
Yeah,
it's not just about necessarily looking at reducing your footprint. It could also be reducing your footprint means reducing your costs, and not everyone necessarily realizes that.
well, once we started to focus on it and we had the data in front of us, that then led us naturally to become more focused on saving it. And then the other things that you guys put into place, like the individual thermostats on the radiators and the solar panels and the electric car chargers, they just kind of helped that along as well. So we could track it. And then once you started tracking it, it became not an obsession, but became like a weekly thing where you'd actually look at it. Whereas before we were just burning through sort of gas and electric
Without even realizing.
without even realizing. And then the other nice benefit, which we hadn't accounted for, was from the marketing materials that you guys provided. We were then able to communicate what we were doing with our customers on our website and all of our other sort of point of sale, and we had really good feedback from our customers.
Oh, brilliant.
There were quite a large percentage of customers that really liked that idea, and we were probably the first estate agent in this area for sure to actually go on that journey.
Yeah, fantastic. And you guys have not only have you identified and reported on what your footprint is, but and you've now taken action to reduce those emissions and run more efficiently. And then all of the emissions that you can't currently do anything else about at the moment, you've completely balanced those by
Yeah,
offsetting, and therefore you are now a carbon neutral estate agent.
that's it. Yeah, and it's good to have that certification, and then ongoing now, year on year, we're just trying to get that balance even better.
Yeah.
So even by trying to get the amount we have to offset down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Having carbon neutrality and then maintaining carbon neutrality on your journey to net zero is really key, because there are parts of your footprint that will still remain even though you're taking all
mhm,
the steps that you can take. But it's a long journey
mhm.
from where you are to where you need to be, and that's a process that you're already well on the way. But being able to environmentally responsibly deal with the bit that you can't do anything else about
Yeah,
is obviously key.
yeah.
How have you found it in terms of the expectation from clients? Is this something that you felt that you needed to do from a profile perspective?
Yeah, I think it's something that's building. If you'd have asked me 3 years ago, I'd have said no. But more and more, the more you speak to people about it, I think there is now a building level of expectancy
Mm-hmm.
for business owners to do something. And that's why I also like your other campaign, the Tree in a Million campaign, because that allows people like us and other people who maybe haven't gone down the path we've gone to just
Mm.
contribute in a smaller way to
Mm.
um,
Yeah, it's a nice
locals.
initiative, isn't it? Because
Mm,
I mean, the reason that was created in the first place was to facilitate the ability to physically do something about climate change, but from a CSR stroke like legacy benefit, so that you're doing something that's genuinely going to be benefiting our local community for centuries to come, because it's protected woodland.
yeah,
So great that we've got your support on that as well. But yeah, fabulous. And generally speaking, how have you found the process? I know it's daunting for some people; they don't really know what to do and how to capture the data and all that sort of stuff. How have you found that?
I did think it was probably good. I had a bit of a hesitation to start with because I thought it might take up a bit too much of my time to actually get the data across to you. But you guys took a lot of that work off me, and using your technology really helped. So actually, it probably took a couple of hours of my time.
Yeah.
So once that's done, then you don't have to do it again. Then do you?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, exactly. Having done this for such a long time, one of the real issues and barriers to entry is the fact that some people feel like this is something that's so complicated or so complex that they never really get started. So being able to have the portal, going through each category step by step, I mean, it's great to be able to help people through that journey, knowing that they're not on their own and they have got full support. So
it really isn't that difficult, and just get started. And once you've got started, it's a pretty simple, pain-free process, really.
Yeah, brilliant.